Hey guys, it's Elle, and today we're reading Corduroy by Don Freeman. Corduroy is a bear who once lived in the toy department of a big store. Day after day, he waited with all the other animals and dolls for someone to come along and take him home. The store was always filled with shoppers buying all sorts of things, but no one ever seemed to want a small bear in green overalls. Then, one morning, a little girl stopped and looked straight into Corduroy's bright eyes. "Oh, Mommy," she said, "look, there's the bear I've always wanted." "Not today, dear," her mother sighed. "I spent too much already. Besides, he doesn't look new. He lost a button on one of his shoulder straps." Cordy watched them sadly as they walked away. "I didn't know I lost a button," he said to himself. "Tonight I'll go and see if I can find it." Late that evening, when all the shoppers had gone and the doors were shut and locked, Cordy climbed carefully down from his shelf and began searching everywhere on the floor for his lost button. Suddenly, he felt the floor moving under him. Quite by accident, he stepped onto an escalator, and he went up. Could this be a mountain, he wondered. "I think I've always wanted to climb a mountain." He stepped off the escalator and reached the second floor. And there before his eyes was a most amazing sight. Tables and chairs and lamps and sofas and rows of beds. "This must be a palace," Cordery gasped. "I guess I've always wanted to live in a palace." He wandered around admiring the furniture. "This must be a bed," he said. "I've always wanted to sleep in a bed." And he climbed up onto a large, thick mattress. All at once he saw something small and round. "Why, there's my button!" he cried, and he tried to pick it up. But it looked like all the other buttons on the mattress. It was tied down tight. He yanked and pulled with both paws until pop, off came the button, and off the mattress Cordery toppled, bang into a floor lamp. It fell over with a crash. Cordery didn't know it, but there was someone else awake in the snore. At night, the watchman was going around his rounds on the floor above when he heard the crash and came dashing down the escalator. "Now, who in the world did that?" he exclaimed. "Somebody must be hiding around here." He flashed his light under and over sofas and beds until he came to the biggest bed of all, and there he saw two fuzzy browny ears sticking up from under the covers. "Hello," he said. "How did you get upstairs?" The watchman tucked Cordy under his arm and carried him down the escalator. He sat him on a shelf in the toy department with all the other animals and dolls. Gordy was just waking up when the first customers came into the store in the morning, and there, looking at him with a wide, warm smile, was the same girl he had seen only the day before. "I'm Lisa," she said, "and you're going to be my very own bear. Last night I count I counted what I saved in my piggy bank, and my mother said I can bring you home." Shall I put him in a box for you? The sales lady said. Oh, no, thank you, Lisa answered, and she carried Cordy all the way home in her arms. She ran all the way up 4 flights of stairs into her family's apartment and straight to her own room. Cordy blinked. There was a chair and a chest of drawers, and alongside a girl-sized bed stood a little bed just the right size for him. The room was small, nothing like that enormous palace in the department store. This must be home, he said. I know I always wanted a home. Lisa sat down with Cordy on her lap and began to sew a button over his overalls. I like you just the way you are, she said, but you'll be more comfortable with your shoulder strap fastened. You must be a friend, said Cordy. I've always wanted a friend. Me too, said Lisa, and gave him a big hug.